Scoreboard Gamers! Yeah!
Dude, that's fucking hilarious.
Alright,
Jesus
we're
Christ.
recording, and this is Welcome to Shaving Your Pubes Edition 101.
What the fuck are you talking about?
We're
I
not
started
recording that.
recording the whole thing.
Okay, no, we're not really putting that in. Fuck
No,
you.
I'll edit it out.
Okay, anyway, okay, let's do it over.
Howdy, folks. Welcome to Scoreboard Gamers podcast numero. I don't even know. I can't keep track of past number 3. I'm Joshua.
It's me. I'm Mario.
Are you sure your name's not Brett? And I'm Mitchell.
I'm Evan.
Oh my. And we're not going to go into the backstory of Brett, but let's just say he's our special friend. Please forgive us for saying that, Brett.
We love you.
I love you, Brett.
Even though
So
you can't
much.
count, even though you can't count past 3.
Oh, poor Brett.
Aw.
That was a good-
Anyway, we have a big problem. Our technology is shit in the bed.
Yes, sir. We're just getting used to doing all this stuff first and foremost, but when we're left with shit and no experience, it kind of produces crap at the moment.
I have video
Oh, shit.
editing experience, but I'm used to like high-end iMovie, Dolby Edition stuff, right?
Yeah.
Not this low-end cheap shit.
Yeah.
We were on an eroded wooden desk with a laptop, Doritos, and Schweppes ginger ale.
Schweppes you off your feet.
That's yes, Evan. Tell them what I've given you. Make it sound so horrible.
He's giving you a home. A home with Schweppes and fucking Doritos, man.
Doritos.
You're just mad.
I'm 500 pounds and counting.
Yeah, you can't leave. He can't stand up any longer. That's how he traps you. He gets you stuck in the house.
He's
Doritos.
just mad that I took the Sons of Anarchy flag down.
Oh, that's not even cool, man. No, I was kidding. I don't even watch the show.
No, but we decided to make this podcast because we have been sitting here for about an hour trying to get some video editing software to work for us, and it hates us.
Hates us,
No other way
yes,
to put it.
Yeah, no, folks, that's pretty much it. We've been sitting here just shooting the shit, and we're just thinking, well, podcast time just to shoot the shit while complaining about some of this.
Yeah, I have a complaint. I have a bone to pick too. You know, I can't hold it any longer. Fucking storage space for
Yes.
a fucking goddamn next gen console. If you're gonna make a console to support these amazing games that you're promising to come in with for your console, you gotta give your customers the space. And
Whoa.
I know
Not
this
only
is the first time
consoles,
out.
but the free edition of Dropbox, which we ever so trusted, has fucked
Yes.
us over.
Yeah,
Big
yeah.
time.
Yeah, when you're starting out like this, you're trying to take advantage of as many free softwares as possible, and it tends to backfire when you reach your limit. But Evan is correct with that whole next gen thing. It's crazy. We were talking about downloading some games, and Mitchell was talking about getting the new Metal Gear Solid, and
I had to delete 4 games. to
Yeah,
put
it's crazy.
Metal Gear on my system, and I'm just staring blankly at the screen. And I'm looking at Grand Theft Auto 5, 56 gigs, and I'm like, "Fuck you, Rockstar."
yeah, and
wrong
it's
with you
crazy.
guys?
Like when Mitchell said that first, I was thinking, oh well, looks like you should be buying the actual disc instead of just downloading it. And then he told me he bought the disc, which surprised the hell out of me.
No,
How-
I still have games like Rocket League and PT, which are direct download, 2 gigs apiece.
Yeah,
I don't
yeah,
get
that's
that.
yeah, it's crazy. But I mean, I think it has something to do with like when you're looking at GTA and this new Metal Gear Solid.
Metal
You're
Gear
looking
Solid
at-
was 23 gigs.
Yeah, you're looking at open world, big open worlds, right? You're not just talking about small little games. That's the same thing over and over again. So it kind of makes sense in a way, but it's crazy still how much memory it does use. But I guess we're pushing stuff to the limit, and
I know you probably
There's a
wouldn't
space.
remember this, Josh. Evan, do you remember when before Heists came out, GTA
Mm-hmm.
was like 46 gigs even, just
Yeah, it
46
wasn't.
gigs even, and then once Heists came out, they came out with like a bunch of free DLCs that automatically installed into your console. Now all of a sudden we got like this extra 11 gigs of space here. It's like, what
Yeah.
the fuck?
I know.
Yeah.
That's the thing, man. Too. I mean, I'm not. Granted, I'm only making a rant for your entertainment, but I mean, like, obviously, when you get the console at first, like the PlayStation, for example, and like Xbox One, it's like 500 gigs is a good amount, especially compared to like the older gens that you're used to, and you're like, oh, that's a lot of space.
yes.
And especially when there weren't many releases for like the PlayStation, right? And then all of a sudden, like in a year or two, when now we're getting all these great, like, blockbuster games coming out, and you're like, oh yeah, wait, I have no space to, even like download it onto my consoles. You're like, fuck, like,
So
Yeah.
then you had to make that depressing decision. What game should
what
I
I'm gonna
delete?
delete?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like,
Yeah,
shit.
so if you recall, we did talk about the Xbox One releasing. I can't remember if we talked about this or not. I'm not saying if you recall, or like if they were listening to all our conversations, but we were talking about the Xbox One getting the new SSHD,
Yeah.
and
Solid state hard drives for the win, man.
yes, and it's 1 terabyte of space, memory, and apparently 20% faster on loading up and everything. So there is the capabilities there, and hopefully they'll do it for the PS4 soon. Here, I don't
I'm
know
hoping for an
how
external.
long they are. Yeah, no, it's
Hopefully, yeah.
Because I know right now if you have a USB and you plug it into your PlayStation 4, you can save your save data to USB. That's fine.
yes, yeah,
But the game data has to be directly on the console.
yeah.
And so I don't know if they'll make one that's capable of holding games in external space or not. I'd like to see it, but the way they're talking about it, it doesn't seem like it's going to come true because we were promised, I think 4 months ago, Evan, Mad Catz was going to make that addition of the
Yes.
external hard drive.
You told me that, yeah, and I was like, oh, thank God, like, fucking finally. That was 4 months ago, like you said, and still nothing.
Yeah, you're saying Mad Cats, but what about Calm Dogs?
Contacts.
Jokes, everybody out there, before you start throwing insults at me. I'm joking around. Yeah, no, it's very valid, and I mean, I had this real problem when I was still on the 360. I had the original, not the original, but
The Halo
the
edition.
yeah, the Halo 3 Legendary Edition of the Xbox, and it was great, but it only came with a 20 gigabyte hard drive, so I was constantly deleting and getting rid of stuff on my hard drive to fit. Like, and Battlefield was the biggest challenge because all those HD components and all the updates required like 10 gigabytes, which is crazy.
Yes.
But I mean, for other people like Evan, you had the Elite, which had what, 250 gigabytes.
I also
Yeah,
purchased the
I
Elite.
think, yeah. I think
Yeah,
it was 250. Yeah.
Yeah, so I mean,
250, and then I think there was a certain external hard drive you could buy for it too.
yep,
Yeah,
yep,
yeah.
It's
sure.
compatible.
Yeah, and I didn't bother getting out of that, and I was kind of stubborn, but at the same time, I don't really need it.
Well, look at it this way. I think the actual hard drives for the system were $120,
Mm.
and the externals were like $90. So it's like, why don't you just spring and get the new hard drive, right?
Yeah. But yeah, I think it's been a real problem. I mean, like with every new generation, you get like this area of, wow, that's a good amount of memory, but it soon starts to fill up more and more, and you start to realize, man, I need more and more, right?
I think
Because
my
when the
best
360
device,
came, sorry,
I think the best device for memory right now has to be Nintendo. The DS. I think I can hold up to 30 games on it.
that's crazy. And it may come down to, I mean, it just depends on the games too, right? We're comparing like the DS to, your PlayStation, which has really different games, and
Completely
this,
different graphics and
Yeah,
software
so-
entirely.
yeah. But so that's the thing we really have to look at is, the capabilities and the types of games that are coming out, right? But hopefully, everything will kind of keep up with each other, just so there's no,
The games are getting better and the hard drives are getting worse.
Yeah.
I wouldn't say getting worse, but it's hard for the hard drives to keep up with the
They're falling
capabilities, right?
very behind.
Yeah, so I mean, it'd be interesting to see in the next couple months. Maybe for Christmas time, PlayStation will be able to release something.
If
Yeah, hopefully.
Christmas time comes and I do not have a bigger hard drive, I will kill Santa Claus. I
Christmas.
hold that. I will promise you people that I will find Santa Claus and I will kill him.
But then he won't be real anymore.
It would be real. Oh God.
The last thing he has to worry about is whether people believe he's real or not. I will make his life a living nightmare.
Hello, Santa. I want to play a game.
I will go no Vaseline on this asshole.
Raw dogging you here.
Goddamn right. It's
Okay.
actually raw. It's raw reindeer in this case.
Oh, Jesus Christ. Oh my. So yeah, so capabilities, storage space, and we're not talking about Christmas decorations, coincidentally.
That's what we were saying earlier. I was like, it was like we were talking while we were bullshitting around trying to figure out our electrical things, and I'm just like, you know what, man, I'm sick and tired of having to delete shit, and like I can't find no storage space. And Josh is like, What? I was like, I'm trying to fit new games on, but I don't want to delete older game files and stuff. He's like, fuck, I thought you're talking about like your Christmas decorations in your garage or something. I'm like, fuck no.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, we just been complaining nonstop about whether it be computer or console hardware and software issues. I mean, it's all good. I mean, it's funny. Like we're complaining so much about like the software and like the hardware that's like amazing. Like if people 20 years ago seeing this, they'd probably be freaking the fuck out. Um,
We're not taking it for granted. We're just upset that we have so many amazing games to play and not enough space.
Yeah.
True. True. Yeah. Yeah. No. But I mean, on the bright side, Fallout 4 just announced that they're gonna have more dialogue than both Skyrim and Fallout 3 combined, which is crazy. I think they were looking at something like 11,000 lines or something, or 111,000, something crazy.
Really?
Yeah,
In
it's
other words, folks,
can't
you're
wait.
going to have a long Fallout experience.
Yeah, that's what we want.
yeah. I mean, that's the thing. As much as I love Fallout like 3 and Skyrim, and everything, it just felt piss poor in the aspect of real immersion because I felt like I was running in the same people over and
Same
over again.
person. It was like recycled all.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I think I think the locations and the size of the land was great, but it's hopefully if they have new dialogue like this, like it will become the towns will become bigger, so you have more people to interact with. You feel like you're in an actual town as opposed to just a location, right? A
Yeah.
new location in Skyrim or something, right? So
Yeah.
hopefully that's the aspect because I absolutely love the smaller aspects to games. Just something like cooking in Skyrim always got me all jittery inside because I'll be like, oh man, I got the ingredients, I got the cooking pot. We're in a bar in the middle of like Winterhold or something, and that was the sort of thing I really looked forward to. And hopefully, if you get more people, I'll feel more.
Like the alchemy system in Skyrim was great. I loved it.
Yes. And that's some things they can go like they had lots of ingredients and lots of different things you could explore in that sense. So it was good there, but I know I guess you're stuck with the capabilities when you're looking at people and the amount of that they can include, right?
Hmm.
Definitely,
so-
definitely.
So I'm hoping it will include not just main story, crazy amounts of dialogue. I'm hoping that crazy amounts of dialogue that they have is spread out amongst all the other NPCs, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
Um,
Also on a good note, a bright note anyway, I picked up a week earlier than I planned on it. Metal Gear Solid 5: The Phantom Pain.
Preach.
Breach.
Preach it. Preach it. Preach it. I'll get it tomorrow, but preach it for me. Preach it for those who want. Preach it for those who want to
Bless
listen.
it, Chris and it.
Let's just say this.
Wait. All right, go.
Okay.
I'm gonna let you finish.
I'm gonna let you finish. No, go ahead. Spiel.
It's the first Metal Gear Solid that I actually kind of felt where I have the most control over my character. I'm able to customize his facial features,
Yes.
his hair color. The voice has to stay the same. That's no problem. The voice actor is amazing. I believe it's Kiefer Sutherland doing the voice.
Oh wow, nice.
Really?
Man.
Yes,
Crazy.
Kiefer Sutherland
Yeah.
is doing Snake.
Canadian roots.
My boy, Troy Baker.
Your name Toby.
Troy Baker. Not Toby.
yes.
Toby was in Metal Gear Solid 2. Troy Baker's in this one.
Troy Baker, my hero.
Oh, nice. That's awesome.
Evan, you were treading on some mighty thin Metal Gears that are solid.
I've lost people too. John.
Oh my god. But
You're right.
honestly,
I'm not your father.
I feel that this is definitely the best game in the series. The graphics are beautiful. I'm noticing in one of the opening dialogues when I'm talking to a character, my girlfriend was sitting right beside me. She's like, "What's all over the screen?" And I didn't notice at first. I looked. They actually had dust particles in the game. Like you could see dust floating around in the sunlight. I was like, "Holy
Nice.
shit!"
Yeah.
They went all out. Like
Oh god, there's dust particles. I need to get this game. Fuck it.
No, it's little things like that that really make
Yeah.
you
Yeah,
Yeah.
and you know
Very
that's
simple.
very true. When you look at like all like amazing games and movies and stuff, it's always the small things that kind of get you in there, right?
And when I
Yep.
saw that, it brought me back to BioShock Infinite when they had like the hummingbirds flying around in the gardens and stuff, and I was like,
Yes.
wow, they took the time to add these cute little features.
Yeah, yeah. No, that's very very true, Mitchell. I'm hoping more games will be like more in tune to do that because it's like I said, it's the small things it's awesome that Metal Gear, Solid, that game series is kind of taking a new approach with the open world concept and more choice in the matters.
Now, Josh, Evan, I don't know if we should tell them about
Mm.
our new video idea that we're hoping to get out in the next day or two here. Josh, do you think we should tell them?
Well, it definitely involves Metal Gear Solid, so please stay tuned. Namaste, on that. I think you'll like it. We're gonna give a bit of a commentary to some of the bits and pieces of the beginning of Metal Gear Solid. So please take a look and give your thoughts on the opening prologue there, as well as what you think about ours.
Now,
As
hopefully we won't ruin too much for you. We're probably going to purposely leave out some of the features that we want you to discover for yourself, such as customization. We're gonna leave that out because I want everybody to experience that for the first time
Almost
by
like
themselves.
almost like a spoiler-free sort
Yeah,
of.
a spoiler-free prologue to an extent.
There you go. That's what we'll call it.
Great. Alrighty, folks, but stay tuned and yeah, make sure you keep an eye out for the other videos that will be coming to our channel. I want to thank you guys for listening to our podcast. I put that in. I'm doing the thing with the fingers right now, those quotations, because this is mainly a rant.
I thought,
Yeah.
I thought when you said you're doing the thing with your fingers, I thought you had your fingers up Evan's asshole. That's actually what I thought you meant.
No, we don't do that in the podcast. That'll be another video, folks. Don't worry.
Don't worry, that's coming too.
Wait, are we using tape or are we gonna use solid state hard drives, Josh?
Oh,
All right. Well, thank you very much, folks, for listening. I'm Joshua.
I'm Evan.
So, fuck you, Evan. I love you.
Stay tuned for the next videos, and don't forget to like us and subscribe and look at our Twitter page.
Good
So
night,
long.
folks.